This is heartbreaking. Devils showed us a lot. We learned a lot. But at some point, the bell does ring and class does get dismissed. A lot of updates. Let's talk about it. Welcome in to Devil's Digest. Feel free to click the subscribe button. New Jersey, Carolina meeting in the playoffs this year. Game 5 tonight, New Jersey down in the series, 3-1. There are the results. 5-4 overtime loss, second overtime loss. Carolina taking the series in 5 games. I'm going to start with this series from the back end, Game 5, because, that's what we played tonight, so definitely want to talk a little bit about that, and I'm sure you guys, I don't know how you guys are feeling right now. Look, that game, best start from the Devils, in weeks. Easily the best start in this postseason. You take a 3-0 lead. Elimination game. Crowd knows what's on the line. Carolina knows what's on the line. 3-0 lead. Inside of the first 10 minutes, I don't know what more you could ask for. You're hurt. Your backs are against the wall. You're on the road. Carolina's won 32 games this year away from home in the regular season. They took the first 2 in this playoff series. Your backs are against the wall. You come in, you score the first 3 goals. 3-0 lead heading into the second period. You're feeling good. The players who aren't usually in the lineup are playing well. And it can sometimes take just 5 minutes for that all to go away. Kind of like how it felt when New Jersey came out in, the first period and took that 3-0 lead. You probably wouldn't have thought that they were down, 3-1 in the series. That's what happened. 3-3, Carolina ties it with 3 quick ones. New Jersey does get another one back, 4-3 Nico Hischier. Carolina 5-on-3, and it's a 4-4 game. You guys kind of know probably what happened the rest of the way. Jacob Markstrom was absolutely fantastic, especially in overtime. That overtime could have been done much quicker, and the Devils were able to see why they needed to go out and get a goaltender, why they need to go get somebody who can play in the playoffs. Jacob Markstrom definitely proved that tonight. He can play in the playoffs. He can play in big games. He can steal games for you. Wasn't able to steal a game tonight, but I don't really know how many goaltenders would have been able to steal a game tonight. You're injured. Your backs are against the wall. You're playing a team that really doesn't lose at home. There's just certain things to, you just keep stacking them up and up and up. At some point, you're not going to be able to get around it. I mean, it's just going to be really tough. Now, obviously, I didn't think the Devils were going to lose tonight. I didn't think they were going to lose this series. At no point was I ready to say, oh, you know what, series is over. No. But at some point, there's just too many things that are going on for something to go wrong very easily. And when you put yourself in a situation where you're hurt, you're down 3-1 in this series, you have players who aren't used to playing, at some point, it's going to potentially fall down. It's a lot easier for things to go wrong, and sometimes it's just 5 minutes. Momentum's a dangerous thing. New Jersey takes a 3-0 lead in 10 minutes. Well, Carolina needed 5 to bring that back and make it 3-3, and that's what they did. Look, they lost this series. It's not a good feeling. I'm not going to go out there and pretend, that, we're happy or content with that. Oh, they gave a good effort. There's good. No, I don't think anybody's happy. I don't think anyone in the locker room would say, you know what, we're happy with this result, even with everything going on. I don't think anyone's saying that. But, you look at this series, 5-game loss. Now, looking at the whole entire series as a whole, because we talked about Game 5, we didn't really want to probably talk about it as much. Looking at this series as a whole, there were a few things I said where New Jersey had an advantage and they had to take advantage of these advantages. Because we knew coming into this series, Carolina didn't need to do as much as New Jersey did. They're not injured. They have home ice. They didn't have to do as much as New Jersey needed to do. And what the Devils needed to do, just quite frankly, they didn't do. This is the power play. Coming into this series, New Jersey the third-ranked power play in the NHL. Carolina, 25th. Looking at the power play, the Devils did not score a power play goal in this series. Now, I know it says 4 games played. It's just ESPN's a little bit behind. It's they still didn't score tonight, if that's what you're wondering. Carolina found a way to do exactly what I said the Devils need to do. You got to go around a power play goal per game. Well, Carolina did just that. Actually, they scored the tying goal tonight on the power play. They sent Game 3 to overtime with 2 third-period power play goals. Carolina took advantage of their opportunities. The Devils did not. And the Devils were the team that needed to do it more so. Carolina is built on probabilities. They're going to create more than you. Their chances are going to be higher. They're not going to let up as many chances. That's the type of the game that they play. Now, in the past, in the playoffs, it's affected them. The personnel, there are teams that have a little bit more creativity, a little bit more elite star power. Other teams have that. Carolina goes by the probabilities. They think it'll eventually work. New Jersey, a team without their number one center, without their number one power play defenseman for most of this series, they had to find a way to find that star power. And they did in this series. They got their stars playing. The ones that they had them playing. They didn't get enough from, depth scoring. Sheldon Keefe even, made a comment after last game. It's kind of hard to ask, our bottom secondary scoring to dominate games because, we've struggled to score all year. Well, I mean, yeah, he kind of hit it on the mark, but you just needed some type of scoring. They didn't get that. They didn't get that in this series. It hurt them. Power play goes 0 for 15. I mean, you had to go around a power play goal per game, and you go 0 for 15. I don't really know how you win a series doing that, even if you are fully healthy. Now, would it have been different? Probably. But that's, the unfortunate part. We'll never know. You got to kind of go about what happened. What happened was Carolina's power play went a goal per game. Even though they ranked 25th during the regular season, they won this game in 5. New Jersey scored 11 total goals. They didn't really get any scoring from, other players besides Nico, Hischier, Jesper, Bratt, and Timo, Meier until tonight. They kind of were involved in all of the goals. Now tonight, yes, they got some scoring, sometimes a little bit too late. You're already down 3-1 in this series. You're hurt, and you're playing a Carolina team that doesn't lose at home. You got to win 2 games. You have to go 2-0 in Carolina. They really don't even lose at home in the playoffs over the past 4 seasons. They didn't get their secondary scoring nearly enough in this series. Now, obviously, I keep saying it. Injuries, did they play a factor? Yeah, obviously. It's hard to win a series when you have 3 of your 6 defensemen out. 2 of them playing, they just came back from injury, probably rushed a little bit. 2 of them were game-time decisions. What we did find out today, after the game, Luke Hughes and Brenden Dillon would have not returned in this series. Now I have a good feeling Luke Hughes was not coming back this season at all. He re-injured his left shoulder, same injury earlier, decided not to get surgery. He probably was going to have to get surgery. There was probably no real way around him stepping back on the ice without getting surgery. He was probably done for the season. That we didn't get. We did know they weren't going to come back in this series and play. Overall, obviously, I don't want to be too down, but a 5-game series. You lost. You didn't have your full team. That hurts. I think that probably is what hurts the most. It's because you didn't have your full team. Does series go different? Like I said, in the end, what happened. It's all just kind of guesswork from there. I can point out stuff, say it would have. What matters is that they lost in 5 games. Expectations were probably definitely a little higher this season. Would it have been nice if they did something at the deadline, did a little bit more, try and get, them a little bit of a better chance? Absolutely. I said that at the deadline. They didn't, though, and they didn't win this series. They lose in 5. I'm going to have a video tomorrow looking at some bright stuff that we can look going forward, because there definitely are some bright stuff into the future that we saw in this series. There's actually a few things. I know it's a 5-game series. I don't think anyone feels great right now, and it may be a little bit tired too. Yeah, double overtime game. But all in all, 5-game series. Carolina takes it in 5. Power play wasn't good enough. Not enough secondary scoring. Injuries are a problem. And you know what? I kind of feel bad because I'm looking at 11-minute mark. And I haven't given, a little bit of nice stuff to Carolina. Carolina, they won the series. Good series, Carolina. Carolina outplayed us. Pretty prevalent in games 1, game 5 tonight for, from the 10-minute mark on. And, overall in this series, Carolina was a better team. Carolina moving on. New Jersey isn't. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have a lot of off-season content coming out. We got the draft coming up, free agency. There's going to be a lot to talk about over the off-season. So stay with us here. Hopefully you guys hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already, go ahead, click subscribe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or I guess still today. I'll see you guys today. Later today, we'll get more stuff. Like I said, video of what good we had in this season, or in this series, coming out. So stay with us, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, I'll see you guys.